Greetings, students, and welcome to School of Chaldea. Today's lesson plan is going to be Buff Stacking 101, and I am your instructor, Shotgun Shogun. And what we are going to do today is we are going to go over how to humble brag on the internet. I mean, how to do massive amounts of damage by using one simple trick. Doctors hate him. You too can do millions upon millions of damage to show off your screenshots on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Because let's be real, that's what's really important. So what you are going to need is you are going to need somebody who you want to fire off a Noble Phantasm, as well as follow up with potentially 2 cards to do obscene amounts of damage. Now you are also going to need 2 buffers. These can be Waver, Shakespeare, Han, Mozart, Tamamo. There's a plethora of people. Today we are going to assume 2 waivers while doing this, but like I said, you can replace this with literally anybody who provides buffs. What you are also going to need is you are going to need a scapegoat. These are people like George, Leonidas, or Rash, Mash, pretty much anybody with a focus taunt that you can get blown up real quick. Now the other thing that you are going to need is you are going to need the Chaldea combat uniform. Now, it does increase the party's attack for 1 turn. It does stun, but the really important thing is the skill order change. Now, what order change does is order change exchanges the party's position of 1 servant in the field and 1 subservient. Now, why is that important? It is important because when a servant goes from a primary on the field servant to a subservient, their buff timers do not tick down. That means that you could have a servant that you buffed turn 1 go into subservient status for 10 turns and all of their buffs will remain. Yes, that's right, all of their buffs will stay there. So you bring out a servant. Let's say it's a single target. Let's use Jeanne d'Arc Altar, because let's be real, that's what everybody wants to use for the memes. First turn, you will just lay out all of your waiver buffs on Jeanne. Now, what you will do after that is you will use the Chaldea combat uniform to order change Jeanne d'Arc Altar with a Rosh, or like I said, Leonidas, or George, or Mash, or any of the above. Now, what you are going to do is you are going to want to stall for as long as possible, because you are going to want to wait until waivers buffs are back up. Now, once your waivers are 1 turn away from their buffs being back up, you will want to use Arash's Noble Phantasm, or like I said before, use George's taunt. You could use Leonidas's taunt, whatever you need to do to get them off of the field. Now, once they are dead, Jalter will come back into play with a full set of fresh buffs. Now, what you do is you will want to then buff yet again, you will want to buff again, adding another double stack of waiver buffs to your damage. Now, this can also be replaced by things like Nightingale to give you double the buster up. You can use people like Shakespeare to do the same if you are rolling on a budget. But this is for you to play around with. This definitely does bring some extra strategy to the game. You can use this however you need to on hard content, or like I said earlier, for the memes. But anyways, guys, I hope that this gave you a good idea on some stuff that you may not have known about. Post below, let me know how much you have been doing with the double buffing. Anyways, guys, I am the Shotgun Shogun, and this was School of Chaldea. If you like the content, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell notification, and I would like to give a huge shout out to all of the Patreons that help support this channel. If you would like to also help support the channel, make sure you hit that link down below and get signed up. And as always, I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.
You gonna break my heart. faster.